The savanna is waking up. Golden rays spill across a vast, endless plain, revealing waving grasses and clusters of acacia trees. It's alive with motion. Zebra herds grazing in the distance, wildebeests brushing past, their tails flicking against morning flies. Somewhere off to the side, a lone giraffe stretches its long neck, plucking leaves from a tree. But the real story here, it lies in shadows, hidden, unseen. A predator whose existence balances on the knife's edge of survival. A hunter unlike any other. The savanna cheetah. Welcome to the heart of Africa. In this documentary, we'll take you on a journey to uncover the elusive world of one of nature's most misunderstood predators, the cheetah. Renowned for their astonishing speed, reaching bursts of up to 70 miles per hour, the cheetah is often celebrated as nature's fastest land animal. But there's much more to their story than velocity. This is a tale of resilience, ingenuity, and the challenges of survival in one of the harshest ecosystems on Earth. Let's follow them. Cheetahs thrive primarily in the open savanna, a setting tailor-made for their athletic build and hunting style. Unlike lions who rely on brute force or leopards whose strength can carry prey up a tree, cheetahs embody finesse and strategy. They're sprinters, not marathon runners. A cheetah's chase lasts mere seconds, but within those fleeting moments, evolution has crafted perfection. The flexible spine that allows an explosive stride, semi-retractable claws gripping the earth like cleats, and large nostrils pulling in oxygen for the rush. But here's the catch. Speed comes at a cost. The effort required for those swift hunts drains immense energy reserves. A failed hunt means hunger, and for cheetahs, failure is frequent. Unlike lions or hyenas, cheetahs lack the muscular frame for prolonged struggles. Their bones, built for lightness, mean they can't defend prey against scavengers. So even after a successful hunt, the race isn't over. They must eat quickly before their hard-earned meal becomes someone else's. To truly understand cheetahs, we need to track their movements. In the scorching heat of the day, cheetahs remain tucked away under the shade of trees or tall grasses, blending seamlessly with their surroundings. It's only in the golden hours of dawn or dusk that the hunt begins. Let's zoom in on one. A young female, sleek and sinewy, ambles through the grass, her shoulders low, her paws gliding silently over the earth. Her amber eyes lock onto a group of impalas grazing near the horizon. She's close enough to read each twitch, every movement. Her strategy is meticulous, stalking low, using the sun's angle to blind her quarry. But with impalas scattered in every direction, even the smallest sound might spook them. Timing is everything. Patience pays off. Suddenly she bolts, lightning in motion. Her legs churn furiously, her tail unfurling behind her like a rudder steering through the chase. In a flash, she's gained ground, cutting through the herd's desperate scattering. In mere seconds, she's locked onto one, a juvenile impala that faltered. With precision, she topples her target onto the ground, not through brute force, but with a strategic swipe to its legs. Her jaws close around its neck. Success, but the clock has already started ticking. In the heart of the African savanna, bathed in the golden light of dawn, a new life awakens. Beneath the shelter of a tall acacia tree, a cheetah mother carefully tends to her newborn cubs. They're tiny, blind, and utterly helpless, just tufts of spotted fur, barely visible against the dry grasses that cloak their hidden den. Among them is one cub who stands out, a little male with faint tear-like markings, symbols of the predator he is destined to become. This is his story. For now, the cub's world is simple, reduced to warmth, the silky rasp of his mother's tongue, and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat. But life for a cheetah is never simple for long. The plains around them are alive with danger. Lions patrol the horizon, hyenas cackle in the distance, and even a wandering leopard could spell disaster for this fragile family. His mother's watchful eyes scan the terrain constantly. Every rustle of leaves or shadow cast by a circling vulture could mean life or death. In these early weeks, the cub is entirely dependent on her. His mother must leave him and his siblings for hours on end, traveling far and wide in search of food. Each time she vanishes into the tall grass, a delicate tension fills the air. Alone, they are vulnerable. A jackal sniffing too close to the den, a wandering baboon, any misstep could change their future forever. But their mother, a seasoned and skilled hunter, returns each time with prey. She risks her life to keep them alive. Weeks pass and the cub begins to open his eyes, revealing vivid amber irises that gleam with curiosity. His world has burst into color, and with this awakening comes the urge to explore. At first, his steps are unsteady, his legs wobbling beneath him, but the savanna offers no time for slowness. Within days, he's scampering after his siblings, experimenting with tiny pounces and playful swipes. These games, so seemingly innocent, are rehearsals for the skills he will need to survive. But the savanna is a classroom that teaches harsh lessons. One evening, as the setting sun turns the grasslands to amber and fire, danger strikes. A lioness has caught wind of the den. The mother cheetah spots the threat before it's too late. Using her speed, not for attack, but for diversion, she sprints into action. She leads the lioness away from her cubs, her legs a blur of motion across the earth. For those long, breathless moments, the future of her entire family hangs in the balance. The cubs, huddled together, feel the vibration of distant paw steps fade into nothing. Their mother returns, her chest heaving, her body marked by exhaustion. Her desperate gamble has worked for now. As the months roll on, the cub begins to resemble the predator he was born to be. His coat darkens to a sleek tawny gold, and the black markings on his face grow more defined. He ventures farther from his mother and siblings, chasing grasshoppers, stalking birds, and learning the art of stealth. Yet he doesn't always succeed. On one occasion, while practicing a mock ambush on a warthog, he's spotted. The warthog turns, charges, and the cub scrambles for safety, sprinting back to his mother, his tail puffed up in a mixture of fear and embarrassment. Hunger becomes a steady companion. As her cubs grow, their mother must hunt more frequently, and her task becomes harder with each passing day. A hard-won gazelle kill is often stolen by hyenas or vultures before the family can eat their fill. Each meal is a reminder of how fragile their success is, an intricate balance between agility, timing, and luck. By the time our cub is 6 months old, he is faster, stronger, and bolder. His legs, once unsteady, now propel him with grace and growing speed. He practices chasing his siblings, zigzagging through the grasses in bursts of mock pursuits. His mother begins to teach him the finer points of hunting: stalking, timing, and patience. Together they crouch in the tall grass, moving inch by inch toward an unsuspecting impala. She launches the chase, her body a blur, and the cub follows. Though he doesn't catch the prey, he learns. Each failed attempt sharpens his instincts. But life on the savanna doesn't offer endless time to learn. Tragedy strikes one fateful afternoon. While wandering too far from the group, the cub's smallest sibling, his constant playmate, is caught by a pair of hyenas. Despite his mother's desperate attempts to defend her cub, the savanna's brutal hierarchy takes its toll. The loss is a painful reminder of how unforgiving these plains are. Now, with one fewer sibling and a heavier sense of danger, the cub grows wary but determined.
The cheetah's claim to fame is its breathtaking speed, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in mere seconds. And unlike any other cat, it is uniquely built for this purpose. Long and lean, with slim but powerful legs, a lightweight frame, and an enlarged heart and lungs to fuel its burst of energy. Even its claws differ from those of other big cats. Instead of retracting fully, they function like cleats, digging into the earth for traction. The long tail acts as a rudder, steering the cheetah as it zigzags after its elusive prey, usually a gazelle or impala. But speed comes at a price. While other predators rely on brute strength, the cheetah's design sacrifices endurance and raw power for its unparalleled speed. Its spine flexes in perfect rhythm, allowing for a range of motion unmatched by other cats. Even its claws differ from those of other big cats. Instead of retracting fully, they function like cleats, digging into the earth for traction. The long tail acts as a rudder, steering the cheetah as it zigzags after its elusive prey, usually a gazelle or impala. But speed comes at a price. While other predators rely on brute strength, the cheetah's design sacrifices endurance and raw power for its unparalleled speed.
The African savanna stretches endlessly under the golden hues of the early morning dawn. A vast expanse of dry grass ripples in the breeze, interrupted only by acacia trees and the occasional silhouette of elephants moving in the distance. This is a land of remarkable beauty, but also one of incredible harshness, a stage set for life and death struggles played out daily. At the center of it all, we find one of nature's most awe-inspiring performers, the cheetah. Sleek, agile, and elegant, the cheetah is a marvel of the animal kingdom, built for speed. It's the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching speeds of up to 70 miles per hour in mere seconds. But this speed is not simply a display of power. It is survival. And as these graceful predators prowl the savanna, their sharp eyes scanning for movement, the hunt is about to begin. Cheetahs, despite their impressive attributes, face immense challenges in their pursuit of a meal. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs are solitary hunters, occasionally working in small coalitions if male siblings remain together. They have no pride or pack to help them overpower prey, no strength to wrestle down larger animals. What they do have, however, is an arsenal perfectly honed for their particular hunting strategy: speed, precision, and an unparalleled ability to strike with efficiency. Let's first examine their anatomy, the very essence of their hunting prowess. With slender bodies and long, muscular legs, cheetahs are designed for acceleration. Their large lungs and heart enable them to intake massive amounts of oxygen during a chase, while their lightweight frame minimizes drag against the ground. Unlike most predators, the cheetah's claws are semi-retractable, functioning like cleats for better traction during high-speed pursuits. Its tail acts as a rudder, keeping the balance as the cheetah zigzags to follow the movements of elusive prey. But speed alone isn't enough for a successful hunt. Here, intelligence plays a key role. Cheetahs are strategic hunters, relying on precision and timing to minimize wasted energy. Their hunting typically begins during the cooler hours of the morning or late afternoon, when temperatures are milder and prey movements are easier to detect. Picture the scene. A lone cheetah crouches low in the tall grasses, nearly invisible against the golden backdrop. Ahead of her is a herd of impalas grazing in apparent tranquility, unaware of the predator lying in wait. The cheetah's amber eyes fix on her target, a young impala at the edge of the group. In this moment, patience becomes her greatest ally. She stays still, calculating her approach. While the cheetah is a predator of unmatched speed, chasing down its prey is no small feat. It must consider distance, obstacles, and direction, all factors determining whether the pursuit will end in success or wasted energy. And then it begins. With a burst of unparalleled acceleration, the cheetah propels itself forward, her strides long and fluid. Each bound seems impossibly fast, the sheer force of her chase creating a vacuum in the grass behind her. The landscape becomes a blur as muscles fire with precision. Her prey bolts, zigzagging in panic, but the cheetah adapts to every change in direction, her tail swinging like a pendulum to maintain balance. In seconds, she's closing the gap. But the clock is ticking in ways the cheetah cannot ignore. Her sprint is a race against not just her prey, but her own limits. Maintaining maximum speed drains her energy quickly, her body overheating, her lungs desperate for air. If the chase stretches beyond 20 or 30 seconds, her pursuit is all but doomed. Finally, the moment comes, a triumphant leap forward, claws outstretched. She trips the impala, sending it tumbling to the ground. It's over. She holds the stunned prey down with her front limbs, biting into the neck to finish the hunt. For a brief moment, all is quiet. Sweat beads on her body, her chest heaving as she recovers from the effort. But success in the savanna is fleeting. The meal she's worked so hard to capture is at risk of being stolen. Larger predators like lions and hyenas frequently patrol the area, watching for signs of vulnerability, or rather opportunity. While they lack the cheetah's agility, their sheer strength means they can overpower a solitary cheetah with ease. Knowing this, her window to feed is limited. With practiced efficiency, she drags her catch into taller grass or shaded cover to eat in peace. Cheetah hunting is a delicate balance of art and science, a combination of speed, strategy, and resilience against an unforgiving backdrop. Unfortunately, such remarkable abilities are not enough to guarantee survival. This striking predator faces dwindling numbers due to increasing threats. Habitat loss, human encroachment, and competition with other carnivores place cheetahs in a precarious position. They are now listed as vulnerable, with less than 7,000 individuals remaining in the wild. This decline requires urgent attention, not just for the sake of preserving a species, but for maintaining the balance of this ecosystem. Cheetahs are vital to the health of the savanna. They often hunt weaker individuals from prey species, ensuring that populations remain healthy and biodiversity thrives. Efforts to support cheetah conservation are ongoing. Wildlife reserves and sanctuaries provide safe habitats for these iconic animals, reducing conflicts with farmers and safeguarding critical hunting grounds. Education campaigns inform local communities about the importance of coexistence and introduce sustainable practices, such as predator-friendly livestock management. Organizations like the Cheetah Conservation Fund are pioneering innovative solutions, including breeding programs and rewilding initiatives. By emphasizing the connection between cheetahs and their environment, these efforts remind us that saving the fastest animal on Earth isn't just about speed, it's about endurance. As the sun sets over the savanna, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, a single cheetah can be seen perched atop a rocky outcrop. She gazes out at the vast plains before her, land she has spent the day traversing, stalking, and surviving. She is an emblem of strength and fragility, a reminder that even the swiftest creatures cannot outrun the challenges of time and change. So, as we marvel at her elegance and cheer for her determination along every pulse-pounding chase, let us not forget the race we humans must run to ensure her survival in a world that grows ever smaller for the lives she represents. It's a race we can win if only we choose to match her courage and persistence, step for step.
Once, throughout the savannas and open plains of Africa, the cheetah was the undisputed champion of speed and grace. Built for the chase, its sleek body and unrivaled acceleration, going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just seconds, earned the cheetah its title as the fastest land animal on Earth. But while the cheetah's body has mastered the art of survival on a physical level, humanity has cost this stunning creature a safe and sustainable existence. Today, the cheetah faces its toughest challenge yet: survival, not against prey, but against extinction. Right now, fewer than 7,000 cheetahs remain in the wild. Compared to their numbers just a century ago, this represents a disastrous decline of more than 90%. Habitat destruction, human-wildlife conflict, illegal wildlife trade, and even climate change are combining forces against this iconic species. Without a drastic shift, including dedicated conservation efforts and global awareness, this breathtaking predator could vanish entirely from the landscapes it has roamed for generations. A cheetah's survival depends on vast, open spaces. These spaces allow them to hunt effectively, stalk their prey, and avoid competition from larger carnivores. However, wide plains have become fragmented due to human expansion. Farmlands, settlements, and infrastructure cut through the cheetah's habitat, leaving it with ever-shrinking patches of land to exist on. With less room to roam, cheetahs are forced into closer proximity with humans, and this is where the conflict begins. Livestock owners often view cheetahs as threats, choosing to eliminate the animal rather than sharing the land. But this isn't where the story stops. It's where a new chapter begins. Across Africa and beyond, organizations, activists, and researchers are joining forces to ensure that the cheetah doesn't disappear quietly. Conservation efforts are rising, backed by innovative strategies and passionate individuals who are determined to give this species a fighting chance. Take the Cheetah Conservation Fund, CCF, in Namibia, one of the leading organizations dedicated to saving these animals. For decades, Dr. Laurie Marker and her team have been tackling the many threats facing cheetahs. Their approach is multidimensional. They combine scientific research, education, and collaboration with local communities to create solutions that benefit both cheetahs and humans. Through collaboration with local communities, they create solutions that benefit both cheetahs and humans. One of their most innovative programs involves the use of Anatolian shepherd dogs, a surprising yet highly effective ally in the battle to protect cheetahs. These guardian dogs are trained to live with livestock herds, preventing cheetahs and other predators from approaching. Farmers who use these dogs report significantly fewer attacks on their livestock, reducing their need to kill cheetahs in retaliation. It's a remarkable win-win, safeguarding livelihoods while giving cheetahs a chance to thrive. Another key initiative is habitat restoration. Fragmented and degraded landscapes must be expanded and reconnected to allow for cheetah populations to roam freely without the constant risk of human interference. Many conservationists are working with governments and private landowners to create wildlife corridors, stretches of protected land that link otherwise disconnected habitats. These corridors give cheetahs a secure route to move between hunting grounds and breeding areas, an essential step in rebuilding their populations. Together, these efforts are paving the way for a future where cheetahs can thrive once more in their natural habitats. Education also plays a crucial role in ensuring cheetah survival. Many communities living near cheetah territories don't see these animals for the wonders they are. They see them as threats or nuisances, problems that need solving. Programs like CCF's outreach workshops aim to shift this perspective. Through storytelling, school visits, and hands-on training, they teach local communities how to coexist with cheetahs. These efforts foster pride and stewardship for these magnificent creatures. Still, the fight to save the cheetah extends far beyond Namibia. Across Africa, many regions face unique challenges, demanding tailored approaches. In Eastern Africa, the cheetah population is struggling to coexist with large-scale tourism. In Southern Africa, the illegal wildlife trade poses an urgent threat. Cubs are often stolen from the wild and sold into captivity, ending up in private collections or, tragically, dying during transport. Tackling this trade requires border enforcement, rapid response teams, and international cooperation to dismantle criminal networks. Together, these efforts symbolize a shared commitment to ensuring that cheetahs can thrive once more across their diverse habitats. The plight of the cheetahs isn't confined solely to Africa, though. In Iran, the highly endangered Asiatic cheetah clings to existence. Once widespread across Asia, only an estimated 50 to 70 individuals remain, isolated in small patches of desert and scrubland. Conservationists in Iran are racing against time, working to secure protection for this cheetah subspecies before it joins the long list of animals lost forever. While the task may seem daunting, there is hope. Stories of recovery continue to emerge. In specific areas where habitat restoration programs have been implemented, cheetah populations are stabilizing. Farmers who embrace coexistence tactics report fewer conflicts year after year, and the public awareness generated by documentaries, campaigns, and social media is beginning to transform attitudes around the globe. People are inspired to care, to act, and to give back. But cheetah survival isn't just about big organizations and governments. It's about you, me, and every single person who learns about their plight and decides to get involved. Supporting cheetah conservation can take many forms. Donating to reputable conservation programs, spreading awareness within your community, or even choosing responsible tourism options when visiting cheetah ranges. Whether large or small, every effort counts. And it's not just about saving cheetahs. The cheetah is more than an animal. It's a symbol of what's possible when determination meets innovation. Its survival represents a victory not just for biodiversity, but for our ability to coexist with nature rather than dominating it. Protecting the cheetah means protecting a future where wild spaces stay wild, where balance is maintained, and where humanity steps up as a responsible guardian for the planet we call home. As we close, imagine the African savanna at dusk. The golden grasses ripple in the wind. A lone cheetah surveys the horizon, muscles taut, eyes fixed, ready for the hunt. This is nature at its most extraordinary. It's a moment we can't afford to lose, a scene that deserves to endure. Together, we can ensure that the cheetah remains a part of these landscapes, not just today or tomorrow, but for generations to come. The cheetahs are counting on us. And now, it's our turn to run, not away from the problem, but toward the solution. These creatures have mastered survival for millions of years. Now, they need a little help, and we have the power to give it to them.